that is what they're not really showing in the trailer. I don't know if they want to do the thing where they just want to keep it a surprise. I don't know if they think it's going to scare people away. I don't know, but I just know that it's something that if you really don't know what you're getting into, it's going to get you by surprise. Because I was like, wait a minute,
this is what we're doing now. Okay.
Because they played it up when he got on that ship and was looking. I thought a damn face hugger was going to come through his I'm going to be back at the Broadway Comedy Club. That's going to be Friday, April 17th. Get your tickets at doubletoastedny.com or go to doubletoasted.com. Oh, man.
Yeah.
The sun got that flesh-eating virus, man.
I know.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting it.
Yeah.
Sun Ebola.
The sun got Ebola, man. Yeah, got a virus just eating it up, which is bad for us, because once it eats the sun up, we ain't got no sun.
It's going to get mighty cold here.
Yeah, it sure is, man. It sure is. Yeah, a good thing I bought those nice jackets, man. When the sun get ate up, I can go out in style. But might not have to, because we do have hope. Even though there's no hope for this person, we got Ryan Gosling to the rescue. Ryan Gosling is a disgraced molecular biologist. Mm-hmm. And when you get disgraced, you get kicked out of the university. You don't even go to high school, you go to middle school. Yeah, and then you go to space. Because he's the only one who had some sort of theory about what's going on here that could help reverse the problem. So he's pretty much against his will sent out into space on a one-way mission to figure it out and save mankind from this apocalypse that is going to be happening pretty soon.
In about 30 years.
In about 30 years. It'll be here before you know it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And this is written by the guy who did the book for The Martian, Andy Weir.
Yeah.
Project Hail Mary is what we're talking about right here. So a lot of people, they're expecting sort of a very intelligent scientific film right here. A lot of scientific talk, a lot of smarts up in here. Mm-hmm. You might have to have a PhD just to watch this movie, Martin.
Exactly.
Yeah. Are you smart enough to watch Project Hail Mary? Well, we're going to go ahead and play this trailer right here.
Yeah, what was your SAT score?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't looking at the rating or G and all, or an R and all that.
No, we're not looking for R. We're looking for MIT. Yeah. Did you go there? Are you accepted by Harvard? Then you might be able to watch Project Hail Mary. Let's go ahead and watch. People are like, well, how did you see it?
Snuck in.
Yeah, exactly. Don't you worry about it. But let's go ahead and watch this trailer.
I'm not an astronaut.
If you don't go, you die. With the rest of us.
Get your ass up there. Put that line on you. I bet you go now.
Okay.
The sun is dying.
You are the only scientist who might know what this says.
Oh, something new has been added right here. Oh, what's going on? Ryan, what did you do, man? Who you messing with up there? So, this is a dark premise, a very dark premise. So we have a cosmic crisis, and it is a STD, a star-transmitted disease right there.
Sure.
And it's causing this looming apocalyptic event that just says is going to be happening in about 30 years. And we have a solution, but the explanation in the movie is very dense. There's a lot of deep science talk in this. Mm-hmm. And everything I'm telling you with this film right here, this is stuff that's probably better suited for a more mature audience. This is something for the adults out there. I'm not talking about like in a pornographic way. I'm talking about just, a scientific, intelligent film with a very dark, scary premise. And yeah, it's something that's not for the kids out there. And yet it is. It's people. This is a family film. They ain't telling you this right here. Mm-hmm. It looks like something all you MIT students and Harvard students be watching. But this is a Pixar movie.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. And honestly, I haven't read it. I read some of his other books, but I was talking to my future son-in-law, and he said he's reading it. And he's like, yeah, for all that's in here, it's really dumbed down. Even the book.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, people. You going in expecting The Martian or Interstellar, and what you getting really is Ryan Gosling acting with a puppet.
My first thought was Muppet, but yeah.
Yeah, he's acting with a puppet in a buddy comedy. This trailer is way smarter than what this movie's coming across. And the movie's not dumb. I'm not saying at all. The movie's actually it's still pretty intelligent, but it is not what this trailer's telling you, man. Maybe half of the movie is, but I can see different people coming in with different expectations, and those expectations are going to determine, I feel, maybe not, but I feel like for some folks out there, what you're taking from this trailer and what you probably get from this movie, if you're expecting what you see from most of this movie, something might catch you off guard here. If you kind of know what you're getting into, or if you accept what it eventually turns into, then I think that it can work. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I do think it's a lot will depend on what you come in expecting. And if you listen to this review and we already told you, like you said, it's a Pixar movie.
Yeah.
Then there it is for you, because they really smooth all the hard edges. And even when they say stuff you don't understand, they make it to where you understand. It's like somebody said, went to AI and said, explain this like I'm 5.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, okay, well, here you go.
I'll tell you, because some of the stuff you're talking about, it's almost for two different kinds of people. It's for people who are very intelligent and can pick up on the science jargon, and then there's people like me, like where the puppet at? Because what this really is, it's a comedy. And if you accept this as a comedy, I think that it works very well because it makes a joke of everything. The Earth is potentially doomed. And even if it's saved, Professor Grace, played by Ryan Gosling, Grace, he's on a suicide mission.
Right.
He's not coming back. So this should be depressing. It's all, these are serious stakes right here, but no one in the movie's taking it seriously at all. Everyone got jokes. Everyone's laughing.
Yeah. So, when we saw it together.
Yeah.
And I had to leave at an hour in.
Yeah.
It wasn't hard for me to walk away because his character was kind of getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
Because as smart as he is, he's got some kind of ADHD or he's got diarrhea of the mouth, and it's all comedy and jokes.
Oh, it sure is.
And I was like, man, I get wanting to have levity in a thing.
Yeah.
But you have set up ultimate stakes, like the end of civilization of the earth as we know it, and
yeah.
All that humor is just like really undercutting what's supposed to be a serious thing. I mean, like taking the wind out of all those sails.
Oh yeah, no people, no one. No, maybe an exception here, which I'll get into, but no one is taking this seriously. They are just as jolly about the end of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe because they bought some time, but even the astronauts, there's a crew that knows that they're going on this suicide mission, and they just as happy to go.
They are. And especially you see photos of like, well, he's got kids.
Yeah.
and I get like, hey, I'm going to do this to save them.
Yes.
But there's still like I'm never going to see them again.
Oh, yeah, they are happy. I don't like if this whatever branch of the government this is, NASA, whatever, they drug these people or something. Because I've never seen somebody so joyful, so filled with joy to go off to their death.
Yeah.
One of them was like, oh yeah, I know how I'm going. I'm gonna do a lot of drugs in space. They make death sound fun. They're like, yeah, man, it's gonna be a big party.
Right. Like, they're going to, well, I don't want to say Epstein Island, but some
One-way trip.
Man, we gonna party. Going to Amsterdam and tell nobody about it.
Man, it really, the way they behaving, they're about to have an orgy in that spaceship. They about to have a drug-filled orgy, which is amazing because one of those astronauts is fine as hell. It's the AT&T girl.
Oh, that was her?
Yeah, that was her.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she packed a whole lot of vodka for the trip, too.
She sure did. Yeah, she plays a Russian. Milana Vaintrub is her name. Yeah, well, she's always talking about, I don't want people looking at my body and pull them titties out.
Yeah, right. Oh, I did that a long time ago. Why do people keep looking at this?
She's actually pretty good in the movie.
Yeah.
It's it's a good cast, man. It's a
very good cast.
Yeah, no, it's a great cast. But Grace's situation is terrifying. It starts out as a mystery. You know, he wakes up from a hypersleep. Actually, he's been put in a coma, and he has no memory what's going on. You know, he's alone in his space vessel. He's years away from Earth already. Man, this is a nightmare scenario that he's in. And even he's like, after about a year, he's like, you know, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you're like, you know what? I got some ramen noodles. I got ramen noodles. I got a funny hat. You know, he's up there, man. He just kind of like, after a while, he's like, I guess I'll just make the best of this. Yeah, he starts dressing up all crazy and everything. And by the way, I don't know where this came from. They gave him a bunch of anime clothes to dress in while he's up there. I don't know what he's doing with a damn fuzzy rabbit hat and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you're right. Because he's in a coma when he went in, so he didn't have a chance to pack himself.
They did that almost to laugh at him.
Right.
They send us pictures when you're up there. Yeah, he gets drunk. They gave him alcohol. They gave him wardrobe changes. They gave him funny clothes to play with, and and a shitload of ramen. And he's just kind of like, well, you know what? I'll be all right.
Yeah,
this is fun. Yeah, man. So even that's not taken seriously.
Right.
And it's easy to be tricked into thinking that this is something that's going to be serious because of this trailer, for one, sure enough. But it also has a lot of dramatic moments in there. And one of the characters is nothing but a dramatic character. The character of Eva Stratt, the head of this Project Hail Mary, played by Sandra Hüller.
She is comically humorless.
She is dry as sandpaper, boy. And I guess that's part of the movie's humor also.
Right.
That's part of the comedy, that she is so dry. Although she does if she's singing, she does an amazing version of the Harry Styles song.
Yeah.
In the middle of the movie. But she's very good. Even in the third act, something kind of sinister is revealed. something that bad happens. It is played up for a goofy laugh.
Yeah. I don't know how I felt about that.
Yeah, it's played up very much for a laugh. So you'd also understand this more if you know who the directors are. And they pretty much, very much are was it Chris Lord and Phil Miller?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Lord and Phil Miller, man. So you're talking about the guys that did 21 Jump Street. You're talking about the guys that did the Lego movie. If you see their names on this project, you probably already know what you're getting into. They were chosen for this for a reason. So it's not that this is an accidental comedy. It's not that they're not trying to be funny. They pretty much are trying to add some levity to this doomsday scenario. And again, like I said, if you know that going in, I think that the movie works. I think it's actually pretty good. I think it's actually very good if you're willing to go with that. And it helps that the movie remains kind of smart throughout. For me, the movie, you were talking about, now you know me, I don't know none of the science stuff they were talking about. It's like hanging with someone who's way smarter than me. And they start talking, I'm like, oh, hell, here we go. And then they start drinking a little bit, and then I'm like, oh, man, they're actually pretty funny. You know, every now and then I throw something like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But it's actually pretty funny. I think that's also a slight hindrance with the movie. And I'm talking about a lot of the science talk and it's not just because I think it'll go over your head. It's because when Professor Grace wakes up from his coma, as I said, this is kind of a mystery, and the movie does a lot of flashbacks, putting it together as he starts to actually remember. And it's so much backstory going on, along with the scientific jargon, that the movie does start to crawl after a moment. That's about the time that you start to leave. Because mine like, I ain't missing nothing.
It wasn't so much but I was like, all right, I've seen enough. I really need to go. I'll pick it up later.
Yeah.
Even if it comes down to me seeing the rest of it streaming, I got it.
Yes. And when you got up, I was like, I feel you, man. You know, you're getting up at a point you think you're not really missing anything. You've seen enough. But I would say that, and for some people that might not be the case. Maybe it works out fine. I kind of felt it being a little too long. I think that's one of my criticisms with the movie is that it's too long. But things did start to get interesting for me halfway through. And even for those who are enjoying it as a comedy, what's coming up, that part might even start to test you a little bit because it goes from being comedic to comedically cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when that puppet comes in.
Yeah.
That's when it turns to the Muppet Show in space.
The character got introduced like right before I left, and I was like, so we're bringing Muppets into this now?
Man, you bringing some puppets up in here. Grace is followed by this ship, and he's brought aboard the ship, and he meets this alien that's in the same situation. You know, he's alone, and he's alone, and he's hoping to solve this problem because his planet is being threatened too. And that is what they're not really showing in the trailer. You know, I don't know if they want to do the thing where they just want to keep it a surprise. I don't know if they think it's going to scare people away. You know, I don't know, but I just know that it's something that if you really don't know what you're getting into, it's going to get you by surprise. Because I was like, wait a minute,
this is what we're doing now. Okay.
Because they played it up when he got on that ship and was looking. I thought a damn face hugger was going to come through his But yeah, it ends up being, like as I said, man, it ends up being a buddy comedy film.
Yeah.
A buddy comedy film in the vein of a Pixar family movie right there. I'm
complete with a character who's made to sell toys. And that's what I thought the whole time. I was like, don't be so cynical. And then I read that when you go see this movie, they're going to sell popcorn buckets of this character.
Oh, they sell popcorn buckets of everything. I mean, come on, man.
I thought the trend was dying, but they're like, nope. He's bringing it back.
The devil wears Prada. You know what they're doing? They're bringing out purses with popcorn in it.
Oh, okay.
They ain't even selling you buckets now. Yeah, people just wasting their money on these popcorn buckets, man. That's why they need Monarch. Monarch, man, will keep track.
Teach them something.
Monarch would tell you if you spending money on something stupid, it'll let you know. Hey, man, all these popcorn buckets now, this got to stop. I have to give a word out to Monarch, our sponsor right now. And Monarch is there to help you with your budgeting, with your financing, with your financial future and preparation. See, a lot of people out there, man, you know, you're not keeping track of your finances well. You haven't checked on your 401k. You haven't checked on your savings. And you got some goals that you were trying to reach. Hey, maybe you were young enough to get a house at an early age and now you want to start saving to pay that off. Hey, you got other goals out there. I mean, you know, if nothing else, you just got to get your money right.
Sure.
And Monarch is there to help you do that. Monarch has AI tools that are trained by the certified financial planners and advisors out there. And you can get assistance from Monarch, AI assistance 24/7. You'll have access to a financial coach accessible from anywhere in Monarch. That's what it's like. It's like having a 24/7 access to a financial coach. And you'll be able to get help from questions about trends in your spending to how to pay off debt. But you know what? Get your finances straight. Let Monarch help you, and they can. And look at this. They're already helping you save some money. Monarch.com/toasted. You go there and you use the code TOASTED for 50% off your first year. Again, that's monarch.com/toasted. Get 50% off your first year. I want to thank Monarch for sponsoring this part of the show, and I want to thank you out there for all your support. Thank you very much. And now back to the review. And so when I said this plays out like a Pixar movie, so these two bond, man, in ways that are very, very cute.
Sure.
Grace names the alien Rocky because the alien is like a cluster of rocks that looks like a spider. Grace is even smart enough. That's why they put his ass in space. He's even smart enough to interpret the sounds of the alien, so that he could put into an app he made up there.
Sure.
That will actually put the sounds to speech, so that him and the alien can talk. And of course, he would choose some sort of computerized, whimsical voice for old Rocky.
Why is a school teacher in space?
That's not bad.
I like
All right. You have no idea what I'm doing in space. I don't remember.
And
That's not really true.
he didn't want to tell him. He don't know him that well yet.
Okay.
But I tell you what, once he gets that voice and they start chatting it up, boy, look out.
I know.
Man, it's the Ryan and Rocky comedy hour after that. It becomes a sitcom.
Uh-huh.
It becomes a sitcom about two wacky roommates from different planets.
I come up.
Oh, you're coming up.
Foreign body detected.
Dirty, 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 dirty.
Oh, what will that wacky Rocky do next, Martin? Wonder if he'll get a catchphrase. Yeah. So, and again, I'm not spoiling anything. That's the promotional material they put out there.
Yeah.
So don't get mad at me spoiling something. And I think you need to know. I mean, it really, I don't think that taking a look at that is giving you an idea of everything that's happening.
No.
And it's not going to, and I don't know if it's going to work for everybody. It gets goofy. It's very jokey. I mean, they have very silly banter going on. And it's all written almost like the sitcom dialogue sometimes. But I think it still works for me because they start to work together. And they're working against time to save their planets and also save themselves. And the jokes eventually give way to an emotional story. You know, they bond emotionally, and the movie has a lot of heart. And for me, a lot of heart goes a long way.
Sure.
And now some of it's manipulative. Rocky is telling him, "Hey, man, in our culture, when we sleep, somebody looks at us." And I was like, "Well, that's creepy." but yeah, so they do this whole thing of whenever Rocky goes to sleep, Ryan Gosling, our Professor Grace, looks at him to make sure he's safe, and they get each other's backs. And what they're up against is so big, and the task that they have is so impossible that I actually love seeing them work as a team to survive the odds that are getting, bigger and bigger near the end of the movie. It seems just almost impossible.
Sure.
In the end.
Especially considering the time. Oh, well, the thing they have to do to make this work.
Yeah.
And then the time to get back to their respective planets.
Yeah. And there's a point where it seems like only one of them is going to be able to do this. Only one of them is going to be able to go back to their planet. There's a thing about fuel and all that kind of stuff that's introduced. And it is suspenseful. I liked it. I think another reason this worked for me is because it's a great performance for Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling
Sure.
produced this. The only reason that puppet is working is because Ryan Gosling is carrying the movie. It's a one-man show.
Right.
It's Ryan Gosling acting against some rocks. Because that rock ain't even got no expression.
Right. All it can do is just move its little crab arms. and whoever's doing the voice is saying something.
Yeah. But it's a great performance for Ryan Gosling, man. He's acting against not even a puppet. He's acting against a cluster of rocks, which the puppeteer is actually pretty good at making him, act with a lot of emotion.
And it's the kind of, performance he's doing here that normally you'd leave up to a professional comedian.
Yeah.
But, Ryan Gosling has really, been showing his comedic chops lately.
He's a very good comedic actor, man, and this is a very much a comedic showcase for him.
Grace look disgust when eat.
How do you look when you eat?
It look beautiful.
Show me. Oh my God.
Sure, Rocky's a puppet, and is voiced by the puppeteer, James Ortiz. But it works as an alien design, because I think it was cool.
It's very alien.
Yeah, because it has no face.
Right. It's not at all humanoid.
No, and
it seems to be like some kind of, silicon-based life, but it's not carbon-based.
No, not at all. It has certain weaknesses that we don't have, and that plays a part in the movie right here. It's a practical design. It's not actually a CG creature. Like I said, there's a puppeteer, James Ortiz, who does the voice also. And the only time that it actually starts like a puppet is when it does Muppet type things like this right here.
Yeah.
When Muppets get mad, that's when they start shaking. Obvious puppet moves like that, man. And for all the silly humor that is in here, all the cuteness that's in there, and there's a lot of it, it still remains pretty smart. I would describe this as because it has dramatic moments too, also that work for it. It has, like, and I said, I also have some very emotional moments in here. The way I would describe it is, and I was thinking about this, and I thought about it. I was like, man, this is like E.T. written by somebody from MIT. It's the egghead, very smart, more adult version of E.T., but retaining all the kid-like qualities in it. So, and
That's
also,
a good way to put it.
I think the third act is pretty awe-inspiring because we saw it in IMAX. I don't know, where'd you see it when you saw it again?
It was IMAX. It was over at Gateway.
Yeah. So how's the IMAX at Gateway? Pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. So we saw it at the if you can see it in IMAX, we saw it in IMAX, and at the end of it, it's like I said, it's pretty awe-inspiring, man, because the screen is so big, and the whole point of the third act is to just make you feel small in a good way, just showing you just how big and beautiful the cosmos is, and they have some gorgeous images near the end of this movie, man. So I enjoyed it. I was wondering if the tones were going to be shifting too much or if they wouldn't actually mesh well together. But I like, man, it's like I said, a lot of heart goes a long way.
Sure.
And I thought, overall, it was still a very smart film. And I really had fun with it, man. I enjoyed it more than I thought it would when I thought it was being a little too slow.
Yeah. But I guess once Rocky came on, things turned around.
Yeah,
for
old
you.
Rocky, man, right?
Yeah.
His old pet rock came in.
Hey, who can't love a pet rock?
And but I wonder, Martin, do you think? Let me see. We found old Rocky over here. So you're saying that they're going to sell toys, but do you think Rocky is a toy that can be sold? I mean, it's just a bunch of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll make him out of foam. Are you kidding me?
Not real rocks you can throw at your little brothers.
Yeah. They'll make him out of foam. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what'd you think about this?
Well, one, you really brought up a lot of things that are good, if not great, about it. Especially that third act, how beautiful it is. The sense of scale, and yeah, you got these two directors who knock it out of the park every time. Script is by Drew Goddard, who's written a lot of really good
That's right.
things. Ryan Gosling, he's really on his game right now, and it's based on a very popular book, and I think it's got a really great score. And with all these things, it still kind of really didn't work for me that well. The score I thought was overbearing. Like
You're the left. What you
I knew he was going to
You saw it coming in. Oh, here we go.
I like this movie.
I mean, when I left for at the hour point,
Yeah.
I was kind of annoyed with it, but then everybody said no man, it picks up after that. So when I rewatched it, that first hour, it didn't bother me at all. I was like, okay, I guess now I'm indoctrinated into it. But then as it kept going, I was like, man, for all the good things it's doing. It is, it's funny, like the last time we saw Ryan Gosling as an astronaut was First Man. And that movie was dour, like too much, like boring and dour. And this one is so the opposite, to where it's too much. Like just watching the second half, I was like, yeah, for everything that's going on, they've really lost the thread of the threat. And this movie is just so focused, so dedicated to being a feel-good movie that there's no sense of danger at all. Like even in the third act where you have the big set piece with the danger, I was just like, they're gonna be all right. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I just never got that. And yeah, and with the score was constantly telling you how to feel about stuff. And I was like, man, I wish you could just have some quiet moments and let me decide how I feel about these things without you telegraphing it the whole time. So yeah, it was just an experience where I'm like, it's not like this is bad. I get why people are gonna like it, but it just felt like it had, like, whatever teeth it had, whatever sharp edges are filed down. And even toward the, somewhere toward the end, they do a reveal that, like you said, was something sinister. And I was like, ooh. But even then, they make it not a big deal. I really felt like this, it took away a lot of what could have made it something good for me.
Okay, what would you give it then?
I I give it a low matinee. I mean, it's got a lot going for it.
Yeah.
I thought the ending was super corny. I was like, I really could have done without that. But yeah, I mean, seeing it like you said, seeing it in IMAX, it's an experience. So I wouldn't tell anybody not to see it. I can just say, for me, it was mostly a letdown.
Yeah, yeah. Well, again, like I said, it's all about expectations, right? I mean, because you said that this is something you felt should have been more serious, and then they brought in this comedy and the puppet and everything, and it just threw it off. And I could see that going for a lot of people.
And I was with that for a while, but I was like, yeah, but it's never getting back to like just the thing it needs to give it the gravity it needs.
Yeah. For me, I don't know, man. I saw it as a feel-good comedy. I actually walked out this. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the bonding and emotion between old Rocky and Professor Grace over here. I liked the way it made me feel when I left the theater. But again, it was my expectation. I said, because I'm like you, I'm like, wait a minute, this is joking about everything. I was like, oh, I'm going to watch this as a comedy. And once I did that, it completely worked. I did not see this as anything serious, and I can understand how they brought in serious moments that and that's the thing about the movie. It's way too long. It can get too cartoony sometimes with some of the more serious parts they have in it. Tone doesn't always mesh that well, but the heart and the humor did go a long way for me. And again, I got to stress, if you watch it in the right tone of watching this mainly as a comedy, not taking it too serious, I think it can be enjoyed. But then again, I can understand how those shifting tones do not work for some people. So for myself, it's a full price. I really had a good time with this, and also it was just beautiful. I just really loved watching it on the big screen. But man, way too long.
Yeah, way too long. And like I said, with the whole emotional manipulation, it had way too many scenes of people pumping their fists. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah. And I was like, we're 10 minutes in. I don't know you. Like I'm supposed to celebrate your victory. I'm like, there's so many of those different characters with the yes.
I can see you in the room. Y'all sit down. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
You haven't done nothing yet.
What y'all clapping about it? Well, dude,
we did it. It's like you're in a movie. The writer said you did it. Calm down.
Yeah. I don't know. Like you said, you got two things there. Martin Miley said it was all right. I really enjoyed it. I liked this a lot. I don't know if I'd want to see it in IMAX again because of the length, but I would like to see parts of it very much again. And parts of it I just absolutely loved in this. So, well, there you go, folks. You got choices here.
Man, that sounds defeated.
No, I know. I understand what you. No.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying no. I think I actually you kind of proved my point where it was like, hey, it's not going to work for everybody, and then some people it will, because it's just a different feeling film. In a movie like this, with the way it started out, would not have a damn puppet named Rocky come in the middle of it. Because listen, I'm for just a moment. Them rocks came on down. I was like, what the hell is this? I said, I know y'all didn't bring this damn Muppet up in here. And then I was like, all right, they did very well with that. I thought so, yeah. Anyway, there y'all go. Well, would you look at that? You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. So just go ahead and press that like button and subscribe while you're at it. And check out our other channels, our social media like Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon, where we have new stuff coming up all the time. And we'll see you on the next video.